Preschool leaders. We are preparing for December 9th. And in our series this month called This is Jesus, we are looking at the Christmas story told in Luke 2 and looking at a different part of that story every week. Your video every week is going to be the same. We know that if you were here last week, you're going to see the same video this week. We did that on purpose to help kids begin to become very familiar with this story, for number one, but also so that we could focus on a different part of the story every time. So maybe this week, as you're watching, ask kids to pay attention to where Jesus was born and why maybe that was so important that he was born and laid in a manger. All right, if you're a 1 and 2 year old leader, you'll provide snack, and then you'll have a small group activity that I'll get to in a minute. If you're a 3 or 4 year old leader, you have cards that look like this. These are memory cards to help us learn the Christmas story. This is the top side, and this is the other side. What kids are supposed to do is you lay them out this side up. So the one character goes down, the side with many characters goes up. You'll lay all of those out flat, and kids are going to turn them over and try to find the match. When we play these games with our kids, we're helping them learn some social skills with each other, learning to take turns, but we're also helping them make connections with us. It's really important as they are growing and becoming more aware of everything around them, that they begin to make connections with a trusted leader so that we can continue to build a relationship that will help introduce them to Jesus for the first time. So that's why you have those activities. All right, so you'll watch your Bible video, and then your small group activity, you will have a box of blocks that looks similar to this, a baby doll wrapped in a blanket, as well as a bag full of animal masks. Our littlest ones will have a kind of a foam-looking mask, and our bigger kids will have a mask that they could color on their own if they wanted to. All of them are farm animal type masks because Jesus was born in a manger, or kind of like a barn. It would have really been a cave, likely, or a just kind of a stone house type thing where the animals were kept. And so you are going to get your kids to help you build a manger, which would be a feeding trough. And what you would typically, we usually build them out of wood, and they look like a cross kind of thing. In Jerusalem, when I saw the mangers that were there, they're carved out of stone. Today we have blocks, so just something that you think that you could feed an animal out of. It could even look like a dog bowl, quite honestly. And so they're going to build the manger, and then you guys are going to place the baby in the manger, and then the kids are going to put on their animal masks and act like they're in the story. So as quickly and easily as you can, if you want to use your adventure Bibles that are in your room and tell the story that way, you could do it that way. Just have the kids act out the story. They get to take their masks home at the end of the day. Your memory verse activity, I've written down some actions for you. Mine are a little silly, so if you want to make your own actions, then you are welcome to do that as well. The actions are the Virgin, and for that you can flip your hair or act like you're brushing long hair like a young girl would do. Will conceive, and so you're going to make like your belly so you have a baby bump. then will give birth to a son, and they will call him God with us. Matthew 1:23. Then you can pray and dismiss your kids. They will get to take their animal masks home. Encourage families to talk about that as they're picking up their kids, and maybe they want to act it out when they get home as well. Thank you so much for leading. Feel free to reach out to me if you ever have any questions.